beautiful downtown Brandon, and with me I have Emma, and
Hi.
Emma is the marketing and events coordinator for Wheat Brewing, and today is a pretty exciting day at Wheat Brewing. So Emma, can you tell me a little bit about what's happening today? What are we looking
today
at?
we're doing a canning day. So every couple of weeks, after we complete a beer, we'll have our team come in and do some canning. So right now, if you want to come over here, we are actually doing a custom label for a downtown business, Brandstone Financial. They had supported our brewery in buying 2,000 cans of our Prairie Gold beer to bring to Rock in the Fields in Minnedosa with them. So thank you to them. That was great of them to do.
So when you say custom label, you make this label just for this batch of beer?
Exactly,
okay,
yeah. So they ordered
nice.
2,000 labels of just this one, and we've got the guys come in, they do the labeling for us, and then by the end of the month, they'll have it ready to take up to Rock in the Fields with them.
Nice,
Yep.
okay. And so can anyone order beer from you like this?
Yeah, anyone. We've done it for golf courses, we've done it for Ukrainian festival, we've done it for a bunch of different events.
So anybody could come in and say, I'd like some custom beer just for me, and then you guys work with them, and then the finished product.
We can make anything they want, yep.
Okay, great. So it looks like we're starting at the end of the process. Can you take me to the start of the process?
Yeah, let's just come around this way.
Sorry.
Right in here we have our mill room. So we would have this completely stacked up full of our barley, any grains that we're using in our beer, if we use corn, that malted barley, all that. And we put it right into here. And this just chops it up, it chops each grain in half so we can really get those sugars out of it to turn it into alcohol. So that happens there, and then it comes right up this here, and we'll take you around.
Okay, so that pipe comes out there.
Yeah, that pipe comes right up here and right into our mash and water tin. So what this is it's pretty much just a vessel with blades that spin around inside of it, and we pump it full of hot water. And it really chops those grains up, makes a nice bed for the sugars to come out of.
Okay.
And then that gets transferred down under here into the brew kettle and whirlpool, and that's where we would add our hops, any clarifiers, stuff like that. And you bring it up to a certain temperature, boil it for a certain amount of time, and then that we'd connect a transfer tube into a fermenter vat. And this is where it ferments, all those sugars come out of it. And it turns into our whatever product we're making, you know? So each beer is gonna have a different timeline for this. We've got some that take about 4 weeks to make. We have some that only take about 2. It really just depends on the beer and the process that we're doing. And then after it's done doing that, it'll come into the bright tank. So what happens in the bright tank is we carbonate it, and it just sits there, and we'll do our kegging from that tank, we'll do our canning from that tank. As you can see, they've got this all hooked up to what's going on over there. It's getting pumped full of CO2. And then so after that's all done, you come around this way, and this is where we start our canning process.
So we start up here.
We start up here, and it comes down this conveyor belt.
Yeah.
And then we pump it full of sanitizer, then we fill it full of beer.
Okay.
Comes through here, they slap a cap on it, and then it goes through our label machine there. And then that's where it comes to Rob and Jason over here. They're the ones helping us out today. And they weigh each can, and then they pack it up, and we put it into a pile here, and it's ready for sales, deliveries, in this case an event. So yeah,
and that's the finished product. So does all this stay here, or does it get brought in for canning day?
It gets brought in for canning day.
Okay.
So they come in from Winnipeg, and they bring it. It's a mobile canning system. So they bring it in from Winnipeg. They set it all up in that day, and they'll tear it down today as well.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And so you're doing 2,000 cans. About how long would 2,000 cans take from start to finish?
We've been here since about 11 a.m. So it's about 2-3 hours. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So total process 2 to 3 hours. And then is this ready to ship and drink, or does it need to sit for a while?
No, this is the finished product. This is ready to go. I could crack one open and drink it right now if I wanted to. Yeah.
Nice. So now we're in Wheat's tap room,
Yep.
which is gorgeous. It has these high ceilings. Like, it's just such a neat vibe in here.
Thank you very much.
So we were just back there with the brewing. So that beer that you were brewing, when can it be consumed?
It's actually ready to drink right now. I've got a can of it. We just finished canning this probably about an hour ago, if you'd like to try a sample.
Sure.
For sure.
Sure. So that's what's so cool. From like, you basically take bags of grain, and now here's your tap room selling the beer.
Yeah,
and
it comes right out into this fridge or right onto these taps right behind us, and
it's all right here in this building.
Fresh as can be, honestly. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
so this was our new lager. This is one of our summer releases. It's made with corn. That's where that little bit of
I can
sweetness
taste
comes
that,
from.
yeah.
So yeah, it's one of my favorites that we have released so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how many different beers do you have on tap at any
Right now,
time?
we've kind of condensed our menu a little bit in the recent months. Just we used to have so many, but we condensed, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Is kind of what we decided on.
Yeah.
So we have 6 beers of our own on tap,
Okay.
but we always have we've got guest tap, ciders, we've got seltzers. We bring in beers from Winnipeg and do guest taps with them. So yeah. Always keep an eye on social medias and even come into the tap room and check out what we have.
So it's kind
always,
of just like
it's
that
a
revolving.
rotation.
Yeah, that's amazing. And it doesn't get much more like locally made than this.
No, not
right?
at all.
You get,
Yeah,
like, there'd be
all
no
of
way.
our malt we supply is right from Canada as well. We don't outsource
Okay.
anything from different countries. It's purely Canadian ran. So
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, and so one of the other things that I know you guys do that I want to talk about a bit, because you have a gorgeous patio out there, is you collaborate and do events. You put on events, collaborate with other businesses. So I know we've got a couple coming up this week. Do you want to tell me about those?
Yeah, so on Friday we actually have a band from Winnipeg coming out from 8 to 10 p.m. The Beanie Music Band will be out, and they do like an alt rock covers and some original covers as well. So
Okay.
if you're interested in live music, definitely come by and check that out.
Nice.
And then on Sunday, the 28th, we have a collaboration with Paws Crossed. It's a
Okay.
shelter that they're gonna do a meet and greet here to help people find their new pets, and
So
they'll
like-
have puppies and older dogs that have been waiting to be adopted. We'll have them out in the patio. It'll be super cute. They'll have a little kiddie pool. They'll be doing some tricks out there. It'll be a good time.
So on Sunday, if anyone's interested, maybe thinking about adding to their family, they could come and do a little meet
For
and
sure,
greet.
yeah. That'll be going on from 2 to 6 p.m. on Sunday,
Okay.
the 28th.
And have a beer, and that's amazing. And that's just part of what makes a downtown so great, is that collaboration, those events. You know, anyone can come listen to this band, anyone can show up, and it's just
Yeah.
such a great meeting spot for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. No, I
Okay.
love the space we have. It's pretty central downtown, so it's a great spot for people to just walk and meet up and have a great spot. It's a great spot to enjoy each other's company and some good beers and whatever event we have going on that weekend.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much, Emma. So
Yeah, no
that's us
problem.
from Black Wheat Brewing, and a little bit of what's going on down here in downtown Brandon.